What is happening, people, and welcome back to Geekin on Tech. I am your host, Didge, and with me, as always, is the homie Trayvon, Mr. Nerd with the Tech. How are you doing this evening?
Doing good, doing good. It's Friday, Guess we about to get some more snow, I guess.
Ooh, are
That's
you?
what that's
That's
what they're
rough.
saying. So
I am
just
sorry to hear that.
just got the ice chunks off my walkway as it is. So so I was like, yeah. I didn't go out there to do it, but I did watch somebody
Sure,
do it.
sure.
Oh, this looks like hell. So yeah,
That is, yeah, no, snow is not great. We are finally starting to warm up some. And by warm up some, I mean instead of it being in the negatives, we're hitting double digits.
oh,
So we getting somewhere. I'm hoping it continues to get warmer because I've already told you many times I do not like winter. I do not like the cold. I This is miserable. I've been miserable for weeks now. so uh
it's pretty rough.
it is, but it is what it is. We are not here to talk about how much I hate the weather. We are here to talk tech. because I could talk hours about how much I hate the weather. But one thing I do love is new technology and being able to try out new things. And that is going to lead us strictly to the Google Aluminum OS. Have you heard about this?
I'm not actually.
So this is very much like an open secret. I think that's why, hence the title. Google's not so secret OS. Google's the Aluminum OS is supposed to be the next version of Chrome OS, essentially, and
Mm,
it's a mixture of Chrome OS and Android.
okay.
So the idea is that every Chromebook will become an Android device. I guess more than it is today. I haven't
I thought
used
it already was. Yeah.
I haven't used the Chromebook in so long that I couldn't tell you what the modern
Yeah.
equivalent of it, like how much are they integrated. I know, like, you can, I think, kind of run like Android apps on it and whatnot, but to the extent of it, I do not necessarily know. What I do know with Aluminum OS is that this is supposed to be full on, essentially Android for desktop.
Okay.
So we have a screenshot, and this is coming where they were doing like some test screen recordings or like a
Mhm.
bug report type thing, and someone realized, like, that's not Chrome, or it's not Chrome OS rather. That's also not Android. This is our first glimpse at what the Aluminum OS is. So
Okay.
it kind of looks very much like it, but you can tell, like, this is very the Chrome, or this is very much the Android Play Store. Some of the buttons and like the way that it's looking feels more Chrome reminiscent. And because it was such a quick video, they couldn't dive deeper into it, and Google snatched that video back right away.
This makes me think of Samsung Dex. That's what it kind of looks like.
Funny you add that. I will bring it back up just to, so people can see it. The Android 16 desktop interface,
Hmm.
which I think is still the precursor to this, was
Hmm.
built off of Android or Samsung Dex.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
like you've been saying for weeks, Samsung and Google definitely are very
working
closely
closer.
working together with
Hmm.
a lot of stuff. And I think that was probably, I'm sure that had to be some of the groundwork in order to start doing this whole Aluminum OS. We still don't have a date about like when it's coming out or whatever, but I would have to assume that the fact that they're running it, they're utilizing it more and more internally and like trying to check out bug fixes and stuff for it. That has to mean that it's coming very soon. Are
I
you
can see that.
interested?
I can see that. I'm wondering, will this replace Dex, or like will they like Samsung and Google been doing this thing where Samsung used to have their Tizen
Mm-hmm.
like software on their watches or whatever, and then it's like they work with Google to make the watch OS. They and then that replaced Tizen and stuff like that. I really do wonder if this will replace Dex, and then it'll be on more Android devices. Where Android devices you can just plug them in, get a desktop mode or whatever. Like we saw like on the trifold that just has Samsung Dex right on it. You don't
Yeah.
have to plug it into anything else, like the tablets do. So I wonder if they'll start doing that with this stuff right here, where you can just plug your Android phone in and then you get a desktop mode, which would be a very cool feature to unveil. I would say if they try to do that, they're like, hey, look, your Android phone can also be a desktop mode thing, like Dex does. So
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it kind of feels like that's what their end game is. Like Google is definitely not ever really full on confirmed that aluminum is coming. I
Mm-hmm.
hope they change the name. That name kind of sucks,
No,
but
no, no, not gonna work. No.
the name kind of is not good. But you see it like in job listings. Even the the like code for this bug was ALOS. Like that's what the bug report said. So it's like clearly
Mm,
aluminum OS bug report, and like they they're just sort of playing like coy with it.
mhm.
And I wonder if it's a case of obviously Android 16 is going to have that Android on desktops like support, and if they're just going to keep pushing that further and further, where it's like all of this is going to eventually just be folded in, it stays Android. But like you said, now Android is a multi-platform OS, not necessarily a mobile OS or a mobile OS with desktop features. It's just an OS for all.
Yeah. I think that'll be smart of them to do. Um, I wonder if they're paying attention to how, I guess it's not a really equivalent, but how SteamOS works, like
Mm-hmm.
especially on mobile devices where you have the Steam mode where it's just focused on games, whatever, but you can also change it to the big desktop mode or whatever. And I think that's really cool. And a lot of people don't even know you could do that on these Steam handhelds, where you can change it to that, and it's a whole desktop. It gives
Yeah,
you, everything. And I was like, it's cool, but I don't think many people know about it. So I think maybe them doing this and making it more broadcast. I wonder if I honestly wonder how many people know about Dex. To be honest,
that
like,
is a good question.
'cause I really
Actually,
do
like
wonder. Like,
I outside of I know multiple people with Samsung phones, and is it only on Galaxies?
yeah,
So it's
but
like
that's
what
but
I'm
that's
saying.
most. I mean, that's
I
most
mean,
of them though.
is it only? I guess I shouldn't have said is it only on Galaxy. Do I mean is it only on like the flagship Galaxies? Like somebody has like a
Yes,
Galaxy
yeah,
A9. Will
no,
they?
no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only on the flagship ones. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it used to be where you had to plug it into a computer, and
Yeah.
then in recent years, now all you do is plug into a monitor.
Okay.
So now basically everything's in the phone now. So
Yeah. And even still, like I said, going back to knowing a number of people with galaxies, I actually don't know anybody who has a non-flagship galaxy. I don't know why I brought that part up, but I'm just curious. You're really the only person I know who has consistently talked about it.
mhm.
Where and I mean, I should say no personally. Like obviously we see it online all the time.
Yeah,
Like a bunch of people know. But I'm saying of the people that I know personally and talk to about just phones and just life in general, I don't think most of them know.
yeah. It's interesting. I'm like, it's such a cool thing that's in there.
It
Um,
is.
you know, um,
I
even like
will.
plugging the iPad up or over to like a separate screen and stuff, it gives you
Mhm.
so many more possibilities. It's cool. Like the stuff is neat, but they don't really advertise it. Like,
No, they don't. I do. I will always forever say, and I know I've said this multiple times. Every time we bring up Dex, I will never forgive them for taking away the dock that you could insert the phone into, and it's a laptop now. Because
uh,
that is how you advertise it. You can
that is
say
true.
this is everything. You just got to plug it into this, and now it was that was like I said. I'm pretty sure I said this the last time. That was the first time I was like, "Oh, we in the future." I only need one device. Then I never got that phone. So clearly I'm part of the problem here.
I mean, it's cool. I think this is why I think I'm more and more excited about mainly to see what they're gonna do if they actually do an iPhone Fold. I just want to see what is it gonna do. I really hope it has iPad OS on it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see, because right now if you plug in the iPhone, it just brings it up the iPhone like a bigger screen. It doesn't
I never
change anything. It
I
doesn't.
never plugged my
It's
iPhone onto a
very
larger
basic.
screen. Is it?
It's very it's very just literally mirroring what your screen has. That's it.
Look,
So,
I'm
but
plugging
you
into
hit
my
if you hit a video, the video can go, but Like you just looking at it, it just brings your phone up like how vertical, whatever. Or I think you can turn it, but
Does it
that's it.
handle? And I guess I'm about to know in 5 seconds when I plug it into my external monitor. But do I need to have USB-C to HDMI? Will the video take
Uh,
over?
I've always used like a dongle or something.
Okay. Well,
So
as
I guess you'll find out.
we'll find out in like 3 seconds. It's loading up
um,
my monitor right now.
but yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm like, 'cause if it gives you, iPad OS, then you really get a second. You can make it a second monitor, and like you
Yeah,
can do all of that. Like that would be cool. I'm curious on what they're gonna do with that.
it
Um,
does work via USB-C.
okay, yeah,
Um, I think this is more so my monitor not getting enough power, but it does work.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I've never actually done this.
yeah. I've done it a few times just to see, or when you cast it on the screen, it's the same thing when you
Yeah,
cast it.
I've
It looks the
definitely
same way.
cast it, but
Yeah,
I never thought about. I've done it with my iPad, so I don't know why I didn't think that it would work with the phone. I've never thought about, you know what? Let me plug my phone up to an external monitor or something just to
yeah.
get onto a larger screen. Yeah, this kind of it's it's cool, but
It's
also
cooler with an iPad. It's cooler with an iPad.
I'm
That's,
sure because like
that's
the
the
color.
thing.
I don't know if
Yeah.
this is just a cheap monitor. These colors are kind of off. Like I would probably
The,
have
the
to.
colors are weird on. It depends on what kind of. I think you gotta have a special external monitor for it to really look really good. External monitors in general, feel like I have one too. They look funny. The colors always look
I
a little
only use
weird.
it for work, and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm only doing productivity stuff, so I don't really care about the colors.
right.
I definitely would be very upset if I was watching a video with this because it looks so washed out.
Yeah.
But going back to just the aluminum OS and the capabilities there, I think to your point of how you can get to the one devices and like especially if you are using like these foldables,
Hmm.
now you have your phone, tablet, and computer in one.
Yeah.
It'll just Chrome OS got to get stronger though. Like I feel like there's a lot you can't do with Chrome OS, and it'll work for the average user. But if you're
If
talking
it
about,
if it has access to all Android apps, I mean, that's it.
yeah,
If it
yeah,
can
I guess
if
so.
it can run all of them, then that's it. As long as your phone is powerful enough, or whatever you're using on is powerful enough to
Yeah,
run
I guess you're
Android
right.
apps, that's it.
I was
Um,
more so thinking about the people like the people like you, yeah, who does edit off of your phone and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you're using CapCut or I don't know any of the other, um,
InShot or
yeah, InShot and stuff,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I'm very interested in it. Don't get me wrong. When I first saw the leak, the article I first saw just said we have our first preview of it. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
I have this extra laptop. I'm about to install it on this. I don't care if it breaks that extra
Yeah,
laptop. And then
yeah.
when I saw it was just like the videos, I was like, oh, that sucks. I was very excited for that. So I'm definitely in the market. I want to see what it's going to be,
Right.
but I'm curious. That is a feature that would get me to change phones.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll see what comes of it. But let's speak on Android phones while we're here. And the Galaxy S26 Ultra has had some leaks, primarily their privacy screen. I know this was something that you was very excited about, so I wanted to give you the air to talk about it while I pull up these pictures.
I think it's very cool because when I first heard about it, I didn't see anything. And I
Right.
was like, oh, okay, that's cool. They built in the privacy screen, but the way they're implementing it, I was
Yep.
like, I really like this.
Yep. So this is
Um,
the screen itself,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna switch it.
I
Boom.
like that. I think that's so cool. I was like, I just thought it would just be, dim the whole screen or whatever. I didn't know they were gonna do it like this. I was like, that's cool. I was like, they can make it so it does certain areas of the screen depending on what's on it and all that. I was like, that's like maybe you could decide what you always want on privacy. Like I don't know, like whatever app you want. Maybe you could do it wherever if you're on the app, you turn they can't see it. I think that's cool. So I'm really excited to see how they do that. Samsung already has like stuff in it where like what's it called? I think the secure folder. That's another thing that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't talk about. That's on. Samsung phones where you can put another like a whole copy of an app in there, and it works like it's a separate app. Like but you can have the same app outside of the secure folder and have different stuff in it. So
Oh,
it's interesting. You
that's
can
different
do
than the iOS one, where I know you can have it so it's essentially a hidden app, or
right.
but you can't have a public version of it.
Yeah, you can literally have two versions of the same app in there. One of them has some stuff you might run by
That's
see, and the other one's just
that's
plain
kind of
pure.
messy.
It is.
That's
You
messy
can have a whole
as
other
hell.
gallery in there. Everything.
That is messy
It
as
is. It
hell.
is. But it's in there. It's interesting. I was like, okay. I remember when I think they did a while ago. The secure for been around for a while, years.
This is
So
really cool. So
so
they say that, and this is all coming from that same leak that you had posted. They were saying that it essentially is a partial localized privacy control. So
mhm.
you can do to the whole screen, like you were saying,
Yeah.
but you can only do it to a specific part. Like we obviously just showed the notification pop-ups,
Mhm.
and it says, I think it's like, if I'm reading this correctly, I think you can set it to where it is specific content. So like
Mhm.
obviously if you have it for that notification section,
Mhm.
maybe you don't want somebody being able to read your text messages,
Yeah.
but you get ESPN alerts and you're like, I don't care if somebody looks over and says, "Oh, the Bucks won tonight." So it's like
Can you
that.
set it per app? I wonder. Like, can you tell it? There's certain apps you be like, this one, cover this one
So
up.
that's what I'm getting. So like that's where I'm getting from this
Mhm.
guy's description, where he says that it doesn't it doesn't darken the display.
Mhm.
Um it doesn't only darken part of the display. It can protect the content that you
Mhm.
don't want others to see.
Yeah.
So that sounds to me like you can do any app where,
Yeah.
like you said, I don't want messages being able to be seen by everybody. I don't want, you know,
Just like you can
maybe
lock certain apps on iOS right now. You can
yeah,
lock certain apps. So I think that's
right.
cool. Um, yeah, I'm very excited about this. This is honestly something I'm really interested in how they implement it and what phones is going to be on. I'm assuming it'll be on the next fold. Trifold, I think, is out of the question for me. But they do a different.
You're not paying that 2,900.
I'm not doing that.
Did you see how much they
I wouldn't
would give
even.
you?
I didn't actually. Let me go look and see what it actually says. I didn't because I told myself don't even think about it. Don't even look at that thing.
I mean, like I
It's
told
sold
you,
out though. It
of
is
course
sold
it is.
out. I
Of
saw
course it is.
that.
Look, that device is great.
I
Don't
saw that.
don't
I was like,
the
oh,
price is insane, but that device itself is amazing. I would 100% get that
let's
device
see.
if I had $3,000 to spare. Like when it hits like version 12 or whatever, and it comes down in price, or I'm in a better tax bracket, I'm gonna 100% consider that device, because I do I do want a phone that can become a tablet if it's a large enough tablet. I don't like the iPhone or the iPad mini size, and I know
Mm.
most foldables you're getting around that size. And it's like,
Yeah, the normal photo. Yeah, the regular
yeah.
photos. Yeah. Hmm.
And so that doesn't interest me. The idea of a foldable phone does interest me. It's just I needed you to be able to make it a worthwhile tablet, not necessarily a mini tablet.
Gotcha. No, that
But
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, so I think I'm really curious about this, especially since it's coming to the S26 Ultra. I don't have Do they have a date when they're like planning on unveiling that?
It's usually like first quarter. So it
Okay.
should be like it actually it might be February. I think I saw hold on, I think I saw a leak about that. Hold on, let me see.
I saw a leak about prices and everything. I was about to bring that up now, actually,
Yeah,
where
I think every week's posted it. What like he had like the Galaxy on pad. Oh yeah, the 25th of February. That's
okay,
what he said. Yeah, he said 25th of February.
where is it?
Um, they're not asking me about trading.
Maybe they like, look, man,
It's
this device.
usually Usually they put that in your face, like when they doing that. That's interesting. Okay, let me go on this page.
Yeah, no, they probably like, look, man, that this device, and the pricing information. Now that I read it again, does not necessarily give you specific numbers, but they're saying that the Galaxy S26, the base model, will be about $200 more.
Hmm.
The S26 Plus will be just about the same as the S25 Plus, and the S26 Ultra should be about 100. These are all in euro prices, so I'm assuming it'll probably be the same for US dollars, but give or take a few, it should be about 100 cheaper than the S25 Ultra.
Oh yeah,
So
they don't like that offering any trade in. I see people complaining in the reviews. So
I
that's
I think it's just too premium of a device. I'm not shocked.
it's
Uh,
interesting. Yeah, okay.
so then on the other side of the smartphone company, I guess, dichotomy, we'll talk Apple and their innovations. There's not really much. This is again just more speculation on what is to come this year, but Tim Cook did say that we are going to see innovations that have never been seen before this year from Apple. And I'm curious, what does that mean to you?
The
What do you
fold.
We've seen that. Like you
I mean, they haven't showed it to us yet.
so
They haven't.
you think that's what he means? Is just like the stuff
I
you have never been seen or stuff that you've never seen us do?
I think it's gonna be the way they're gonna use Gemini or whatever inside of Siri. I think it's gonna be very. It's gonna make it so very easy to use. I guess you could
Yeah.
say. Like I think it's gonna make it where it might be fun to use, or it might be. Um, that's one thing I would say about Apple. That's why I feel like it's an easy device to give people because it's simple. It's not there's nothing complicated about it. They've added, a little bit more customization lately, but
Hmm.
but normally it's just here. Your apps are right there on the screen. It's nothing, it's nothing complicated about it. And I think they're
Hmm.
gonna keep with that approach because I remember all the stuff they showed us when they showed us the new Siri before. I was like, oh, I like how all this stuff works. I like how integrated it is. I like how simple it seemed. And I think maybe Apple's very serious about their products is the only thing that can like access your entire phone.
Hmm.
If this Siri can really do whatever you want on your phone, like I want you to open this, do this, whatever. I think that's cool. I think that's maybe what they're talking about. Because right now, all these other ones are, I don't know, I don't feel like they're more chatbots. They're more uh ask it something outside of your phone to do or something like that. The normal stuff that here the timers, all that stuff, that's normal. But like I wonder if you can actually really have it control your phone. I wonder if that'll be and I feel like Apple would be the one if they do it, it'll be much more adapted. But I'm
Yeah,
more
that's
it,
fair.
that
I
normally happens for them. Other people might do shit first, but whenever they do it, it seems to get shit moving.
Yeah, I
So
get you. Obviously, there were the reports that the new Siri with Gemini is going to be coming out with iOS. Oh, let me get the specific version number so I don't so I don't misread that one.
27, right?
26.4.
Hmm. Oh, and
So
oh, you talking about the beta.
yeah, so
Okay.
it'll probably I agree with you though that I do think that it'll come out with iOS 27. Like that's probably going to be their big announcement with WWDC. Especially, I can't see it being in a 26.4
No,
release.
they
Like
won't do
so,
that. No.
maybe it'll show up in the beta just so that way you can have a couple versions to start messing around with it and everything. But yeah, for everyone for sure, iOS 27 like that's probably a summer release, and especially with the reports of the base iPhone starting to be released. Well, they said spring, but I'm assuming maybe summer. Uh, I guess WWDC is technically still spring, right? That's beginning of June.
It's usually beginning of June.
So yeah,
I mean,
technically.
usually the phone stuff is in what October, end of September, October time
So
frame.
the latest rumor regarding the phones and that is that the base phone will start getting released in the spring, and the Pro models are fall now.
Like this spring?
I don't know if that's starting this year or not. That's a good way to make the splash. Like if you're saying, hey, our base models come out spring, and with that you have new series, and then fall you get all of our Pro models. That's probably where you get the Fold, any like premium devices. But it sounds like because how much the Pro models and the extra models, I'm gonna call it, seem to take over the base model. Like, you know, all of the headlines are always about the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the Air versus the iPhone 17. I think they're trying to split it up so that way they both get their shine.
I can see that. Like, I would say split it up like SE base model and Air. So
I don't
have
think
them
the Air is
separate.
coming back, to be honest. But
Well, okay, maybe not. But I mean, they made a big deal about the innovation of it after it was, and it is very strong. I was surprised at that. So I mean, if they do bring it back, I mean, those would be the three lower models, and then you have the Pro Max, and Fold as the ones in the fall that they announced, and that has the. See, that's the thing I'm worried about. Like, because if they do the series, I feel like they want to launch it on the most powerful phones they have. But I guess if it does work on the 17, I don't think it'll be on the SE. I don't know if it'll be on the SE. That's the thing. I don't know.
so maybe it is as you're saying, and it's not necessarily this spring, but the iPhone 18 doesn't come until next spring.
Okay.
And
Well,
so
I mean,
there's no base iPhone announcement this year, and you just still get the Pros and the Fold when you know in their typical September date. But either way, I personally I'm here for new Siri and all of that. I'm hoping these innovations no one has ever yet seen before are new, different type of like AR glasses. Like
okay.
give me the glasses, not the way that the Vision Pros are, but give me the glasses that look like these. Like that's
It better not be
innovation.
that pin thing.
I hope
It,
not. Oh my
it
god.
better not be that thing.
Oh, I
I
didn't think
swear.
about that. Not now I'm upset.
Because I've been hearing those rumors about that a lot. Oh my god. It just
I
can't.
have two. Oh, you obviously you got like the security camera and the home hub thing. It's I hope it's not this AI pin.
That home pod with the screen would be cool. If it
I'm
has the Siri on it, that'd be cool. Yeah.
That's a device, I guess, like you said, even at WWDC, you go new series here with the HomePod.
Yeah. That don't come out to the fall. But here it
And
is.
yeah, here it is. It doesn't come out till fall,
Mm-hmm.
and it releases around the same time as the new iPhones.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That isn't bad. You are correct. I'm with you on that. Either way, they're basically saying it's going to be a busy year for Apple. We obviously still need the M5 Pro and Max chips and Ultra, but I don't think there was even an M4 Ultra. So it's like I don't know if the Ultra line. I don't know what's up with that one.
You know what I want? I want a sound bar.
They seem to be very much in bed with Sonos for their soundbar though. Like last time I was at the Apple store, they had Sonos stuff. Well, they got their Beats technology, but
You can do a combination.
yeah, I'm with you though. That'd be interesting.
Or a surround sound system, like a sound bar with a subwoofer. You have a full audio thing. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, because that's another way you can do the HomePod situation.
Yeah.
Where you know, I don't know what home bar, I guess you would call it, or something interesting. But yeah, I need a new sound bar, so that would be welcome for me. But let's talk about Windows and their Windows 11 issues. This is a couple very interesting articles. So the first shoe that dropped was there was a report late or earlier this week that was saying that Windows 11 is losing ground in sort of the OS market share to Windows 10. So It's not a crazy amount, but they were saying back in October of 2025, and this is coming from Stat Counter, which basically just does market share for OSs. It had a 55% market share in October of 2025. Then in November, it drops to 53.7. And then they didn't give the specific December numbers, but not, as of now, and these are from their end of January numbers, it was holding a 50.7%. So you figure 5% drop in a couple months. Normally, you wouldn't think anything too much about it. Like, oh, people are going to Linux, people are getting Apple devices or whatever. But what they found was in that exact same time frame, Windows 10 also grew by about that much. So people are leaving their Windows 11 devices and going back to Windows 10 devices or just reinstalling the OS. And the second shoe that dropped with that is that Microsoft is now working to rebuild trust in Windows. And they're rethinking the way of performance, reliability, and just the overall experience of Windows 11. And I don't think that those two are not connected.
Them forcing what? AI stuff they were talking about.
AI is everywhere.
They've somehow broken the Windows app
Yep.
that's on there where you can remote into servers. I don't know. That affected me at work today.
It affected me at work earlier this week. We found a fix.
So I'm just like, this is so dumb. Like, how do y'all break your own app, your own Windows app?
Well, the issue comes with a lot, like you said, a lot of what Windows has been recently, and it feels like it's coming straight from top down, is we are AI over everything. We want to be this agentic OS. That was a term that Satya Nadella had said, I want to say it was like around this time last year. And the new experience of Windows is where you're going to be able to talk to your computer and be able to tell it what you want it to do rather than having to do it yourself. That was the big dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels like no matter how much people are telling them we don't want this, they don't care. Like the whole recall situation.
Well, they'll care now.
Yeah, now it sounds like they're caring. Did you see way that there's those their stock dropped like 10% last night? Like, I guess earnings just was not kind to them.
Of course.
But yeah, like situations like the recall situation or like what was it? Copilot being in File Explorer, things like that, where people were just consistently going, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? I'm going to go to Linux, or I'm going to go to Apple or a Mac, I should say. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to reinstall Windows 10.
Apps are starting to get, compatible with Linux too. I've been seeing. Right. I think NVIDIA GeForce I saw this week or something was able to get on there. I said, "Oh, okay." So
it's one of those things. Yeah, I think the alarm is starting to be sounded, and I think their engineers, even if their heads aren't necessarily understanding, the engineers who are doing the actual work are starting to be like, yo, something got to change. And I'm really curious to see where it's going to go from here. I know you have been using SteamOS for a lot of stuff. Do you use Windows for much outside of like PC gaming? Like obviously with work stuff you do, but like personal computing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, my computer lately is just, if I have to do something important on here, play a game or something like that, but not, I don't know. I'm just not normally on here. Like I'm normally on my handhelds or playing a game or something like that. So I'm not even in Windows like that. And the only reason I installed Windows as a dual boot on this thing is because I wanted certain games to play better. Because certain games still work best on Windows. So,
right.
For now.
And that's the other reason I bring up, asking you about it, because I know you are emblematic of probably a lot of PC gamers where it's like, I don't do too much on Windows anymore. And Steam, I already play all my games on Steam. So as SteamOS is going to continue to allow me to play more and more of my games,
they always have to make the new compatibility thing. They're always coming up with new ones. So
and it's like, what is that going to do to Windows market share? Like, I don't think Windows will ever full on collapse.
No,
but I do think that they should be worried, and I'm really glad to hear that they're sort of starting to wake up and go, we don't need to shove AI in everything.
Right. No,
Like,
no. We definitely don't need to do that. Just makes it more complicated. Some people, if they, if they want to use it, it's there, sure,
yeah,
but don't try to like, force it on me or like, even, Google sometimes would like, you'll be making mistakenly hitting on AI mode. I didn't ask for that. Like, it just turns down. I'm like, come on, like, turn this off. No, I didn't ask for that.
I hate when you Google something and Google goes, "Oh, do you want to try this in AI mode?" And it's like,
No,
no, I
like,
specifically, I'm not clicking your
right,
button. Why
right.
do you need a pop up to try to get me?
I was like, no, I'm okay. Like, you already getting the data anyway. Chill out.
Yeah,
Like,
like
calm
how
down.
much how much more do you need? So it's one of those things. Like, this is obviously a living story. We'll see where it goes from here. We'll see if their efforts are going to be hamstrung by the, I guess, the exec suite, because sure, this came out today, but I think it was like early this week or late last week where their CEO was essentially like, we need you guys to use AI so we can continue to justify it. So like,
I honestly think all this is coming from them just wanting data. I really think that's what the main thing is here, is just gather as much data as we can. Google already has way more than we do. We
mhm.
need to match them or get close. And I think that's why they're pushing it so hard. Yeah.
It's interesting to me because I would have thought they would have had so much more data. Like, they've been the de facto OS for years.
They have.
And it's like,
But Chrome has been the browser.
Chrome has been the browser, I guess.
Chrome has been the browser.
That's
So,
fair, I guess.
and a lot of browsers are built on Chromium. Like,
Mhm.
so that's, it's Chrome is everywhere. Even I think Edge says that too. I think
Is Edge a Chromium browser?
I could have sworn I saw it say that one time.
I
I was
I
like,
opened Edge.
oh, yeah.
I
It's only rarely when I open it. I saw it. I was like, oh, it is. Let me
I
see.
think the last time I opened Edge was to install Chrome, if we being honest. Like, actually went in myself to open it. Like, unless something is forcing me to use it, I'm not using
Yeah, it
Edge.
says Microsoft Edge Chromium. Yeah, so it's built
Interesting.
on the open source Chromium engine. It says released in 2020,
Okay.
January 2020. So I don't know if that's like this one that's like default installed, but I know I've seen that at
It
least a couple
probably
times.
is. I couldn't imagine the matter of fact, I know for a fact it is, because now I remember I just had to reinstall it on my laptop, Chrome, I should say. And when I went into Edge to do it, I remember seeing the thing at the top like, oh, this is built on the same technology. We are
Yeah.
everything that Chrome, but you also get the power of Windows.
Mhm.
And I was like, ugh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because at least Chrome is asking me, do you want to go into AI mode? Edge is AI mode. So if you are worse than that, we got an issue.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I guess technically we wish Microsoft the best. I do think the competition is there. Um, get rid of Copilot and I'll personally be happy. I think that's the main thing that uh I have an issue with. Like, everybody talks about like, oh, there are ads everywhere. I got rid of those. It was very easy to get rid of all of those. This co-pilot thing, always in my face, is the one that I need you to get rid of.
No, I don't know. I think that I I don't know. I don't know when this stuff will slow down. It just feels like everybody's running and running and running. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here because y'all are doing a lot.
I don't
So
know. Everything is getting worse with it, and they're building new subscriptions to like, oh, this is we're going to put some stuff that you really want behind it, but really the subscription is so we can force you into not even necessarily using AI, but just to say you're an AI customer.
hmm
And I bring that up specifically because our next topic is these Meta Premium subscriptions, which I know is built around this AI. Have you seen this?
I've heard of it and did when I saw it, I was like, oh, well, I mean, why not? Everybody else is doing it, I
I
guess.
mean, we live in an age of subscription, and Meta basically told TechCrunch that they're going to start testing new subscriptions that would give people access to exclusive features on its app. Essentially, these will unlock more productivity, creativity, and expanded AI capabilities. So that'll be in Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Interestingly enough, Threads is not a part of that, unless they're
I don't
just.
think there is as a premium because I know right now you can have the Meta verified thing
Mhm.
already, and so I don't know if I don't think Threads does that yet. I don't think. But
Interesting.
yeah, I know people get paid on Threads though, from what I understand.
People, that's what I heard too, and
So,
I think you can tell by the way some of those posts be. Some of
hmm
those posts be very very low budget, low
yeah,
vibration, and everything.
yeah,
Get you mad.
they know what they're doing.
They do. They definitely know what they're doing. But they do say that this will give you, obviously, like I said, the special features, more control on how you share and connect, but it will keep core experiences free. I feel like there should be a huge asterisk there, and that's for now, because what are you going to consider a core experience? um, but they don't necessarily have a set aligned strategy for this yet. That they're saying that, hey, we're going to test a variety of subscription types, like with the features and bundles. So it's gonna be a mess.
I'm curious to what exactly this means. You know, right now, like certain, I guess Meta verified people can have a subscription just
Mm-hmm.
for their page where they put special content behind a paywall, and I'm just like what does this thing do? And I don't know. It's everything is subscription. It's just like the only subscription I feel like I am, at least on social media apps. I guess I consider YouTube a social media app. That's the only one I feel like is very like I love YouTube Premium. I can't stand commercials, so I'm very happy with because it works on everything. That's why I like it. If it was like it only works on the PC, cancel that shit. Because since it work on everything,
Yeah,
iPad, it's just cool. I was like everywhere I go, no commercial on YouTube. I enjoy that.
yeah,
Um,
I agree with you
the
on that.
Twitch one is tempting. If I did Twitch enough, yeah, the Turbo one I think it's called Twitch
Oh no,
Turbo.
I just finished a Twitch Turbo trial. They had like a 30-day trial. I think it was like a T-Mobile Tuesday type deal.
Hmm.
Um, it it didn't matter to me.
If you
Like,
watch enough, I think it would matter. I guess I don't know.
so I think it's because I have the Amazon Prime. They're that free. You get a free subscribe to whichever creator, and
They need to make
most,
that like I said that shit is automatic too if I want to.
I mean, it would be great. But most of the time, I'll let it run through with that, and then by the time I'm watching somebody stream and I start getting annoyed by the ads, I'll realize, oh, I have an Amazon Prime subscription again. Boom, you got it for this month. So I think I'm not watching a wide variety of enough
Yeah,
streamers
not either.
for that to be an issue. But one thing that Meta says will be a part of this is
Mm,
this thing called Menace, which is an AI agent that they recently acquired for about 2 billion. So that will be a part of this subscription. I don't know.
of course it was.
I mean, everybody's gonna have an AI agent now, so why not them? I thought they already had one, to be honest.
It's
But
just gonna be. I guess that right now you just say, hey, Meta, or whatever you can say, and then you can ask it something. At least on the glasses, I know you can. I think you can do that. So maybe this agent will be on the glasses and stuff, maybe, or I don't know. What how much space
yeah,
it takes up.
so they're saying that there'll be a twofold approach to it. Like you said, one, it'll be incorporated into the Meta products, but also you'll be able to sell or be able to utilize it as a standalone subscription for like businesses and stuff. So probably, you know how you can go to a business's their Meta page or like their Facebook page and ask it questions, and usually those
Oh,
are set answers. So now you can have it where it can automatically talk back to you. And people have said they've already been seeing shortcuts to Manus AI on Instagram, which
okay.
I have not seen. So,
I didn't have it either.
or if I have, I just didn't realize that that's what it was. And then the other thing that they're looking with this is they have their Vibes video generation thing. So that's their short form video experience. I guess it's in their Meta AI app. I do not have that app, but it will allow you to create and remix AI generated videos. Uh,
Mm,
it
that sounds dangerous.
it does. It's currently free, but they're going to have freemium access. They say so.
Pe-
Probably be the number of videos and stuff that you can create.
Did you see about this Apple acquiring this Q.AI thing?
Yes,
That
I forgot to bring it up when we were talking Apple earlier. I don't know what Q.AI is.
apparently it tracks like your movements, like your facial movements or something.
Oh, that sounds scary.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so interesting. I
I
was like,
don't
okay.
like that.
And that was 2 billion as well, or
Hmm.
1.5 billion or something like that, close to it, something like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah,
I,
tracking facial movements. Yeah. So whatever that means.
yeah, something that they probably shouldn't be doing, but everybody wants to track everything these days. But let's get into our last topic. I think I hit everything else before we get out of here. We don't actually know too much about this. We just know that rumored it is coming, and that is the PlayStation Portal OLED.
I have a little rant. That's all.
No, that's fair. We can full on talk about it. Like I said, we don't know too much. This is coming by the Reddit gaming leaks and rumors, who said that noted leaker Kepler L2 had some legit stuff, has said that Sony is releasing a OLED model of the PlayStation Portal this year. Trayvon, you have thoughts?
They need to keep it. Because I think it's dumb. I think unless this thing, so okay, I have a problem with the PS Portal in general because I feel
Okay.
like it's just I get it. Okay, for maybe for a dad with family or something, or somebody that just have kids or
Hmm.
not enough
Hmm.
TVs, sure. But I just think the way they're marketing it, like I just don't feel like they make it clear enough that this damn thing you need a PS5 for it
That's not
to
true
really
for.
use it. Okay, fine, but it's still you need a good internet connection. Like I
Okay,
would
that you
say
do.
that. So it's just like I don't like that I can't download games to it or like you can't even use your own Bluetooth devices to it. I just think it's just very limited and it just how about just not give us another portable from y'all until it's a real one. I just I just it's a I don't know I just hate it because it's like it's an accessory. That's all it is. It's just an accessory. Sure, now you can use it I guess without that, you can just stream your games to it. You need a
Yeah.
great internet connection, but you also need PlayStation Plus Premium, which I don't think they advertise enough either. That you need PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the most expensive one they have to use all the features. What I think is really, which I also think is bullshit because I feel like you should be able to stream all your. And I know you can. I think I don't. I know you could only do. It was the ones that are in PlayStation Plus. Those games. That's why you need a PlayStation Plus Premium for.
Right.
I am not sure. I need to look that up to see like your own games because I know that's the feature they added where they were like you can now stream your games you own now. But does that still require PlayStation Plus Premium? I need to find it out. I know you can remote to your PlayStation without needing it, but can you stream your own games without it? I'm curious because it's just like I just hate this device. I just think it's so
I see. I didn't know
it's
you
just
had
stupid.
this
It's
much of
stupid.
a
I would
disdain.
love to have one. It's just like it just feels dumb. I was like, I want something like this, but it's just so stupid that it's so limited. And the PlayStation Plus Premium thing, you may not be able to use whatever Bluetooth device I want. I remember Switch was doing that dumbass shit too, and then they put an update and let you do it now. So it was
Mm.
always in there. They let you do it. I was like, I'm tired of shit like this. I was just like, don't do that.
No,
Like, makes it more
I'm here.
complicated.
I'm just here to listen. I will say the PlayStation Portal is reported to be a smashing success for PlayStation.
That
Where
it is.
as of the end of
Ugh.
2024, industry analysts have estimated that about 3% of PlayStation 5 owners have also purchased this device. So if
Okay.
you're saying there's what 85 or so million PlayStation 5 owners. No, that's what I think their latest sales number said. Let's assume they've sold at least 2 million of them. That's pretty good for a device that
It's
I
only two
don't.
hundred dollars. What
Yeah,
at times it's like down to 175. I've seen
I think
and stuff.
let's Google it together and see if I was saying I wanted to buy one right this second. It is still uh 200, so you can do that. And I think this is all. We talked about it when the PlayStation Portal first came out, that this was prepped for them to do the actual handheld when PlayStation 6 comes. And I think that plan is still the case. And they're just like, well, we're going to start doing, slowly iterating it to the model that we know that the PlayStation 6 handheld was going to be. I don't think that this is going to be one of those things that anybody really like. This might get those users who are like, I would get a PlayStation handheld, but that screen was the deal breaker. Well, now you got a top of the line screen. It might cost $250 instead. I'm still in. Like that. I think that's what that's for.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When that black one released, I was like, hold on. the black one looked nice. It did. The black one looked nice as hell. I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this thing. And now I'm on this SteamOS thing. I've added the PlayStation thing on it, so I really don't need it now. Let's chill out. I don't have PlayStation Plus anyway right now, and I don't want to get it, to be honest. They definitely released some games to it that make me tempted. So I haven't seen anything that I don't know. I just wanted them to actually make a PS Portal. I want to see like a real one.
Well, if rumors are to be believed, you will get that with the PlayStation 6.
That's the thing. When is that coming in? Because I would buy the handheld probably before I would buy the console if it can do enough. I would, because.
But I mean, I don't think we have any definitive dates. It used to be, it was coming 2027. Then component prices went to hell. So who knows when it's true? Who knows when it's going to be?
It's true.
I want to get a handheld device. It probably won't be a PlayStation Portal.
Yeah.
I need to get a device that I can easily install remote play on. And
you can get that one. Yeah, I have it on there. Yeah.
But also, my friend has a Steam Deck. That controller sucks.
The actual Steam Deck does? Like,
I don't like it.
Oh, you talking about the mouse pads?
I don't like that. I was really tempted to get the Xbox Ally.
The Xbox Ally X or whatever it's called.
Yeah, whichever's the lower one. I don't want the.
The lower one. Okay.
I didn't want to pay $1,000.
So yeah,
it's a lot.
It still ain't dropped. I don't think the price of that thing dropped either.
Yeah, the price might go up. I don't know.
That's very true.
I looked at the one that you have. I looked at that one. I looked at the other ROG Ally, like the non-Xbox variety of it.
There's another Legion. There's a Legion Go S that has like a more powerful chip in it than mine.
Oh, maybe that was the one I looked at then, because it was
one has a more powerful chip than mine.
Because it was similar in price to the ROG Ally, and I was just like, again, I just can't justify it.
I think it was. I want to say it was 8 something, but I'm not sure.
But I say all that to say I'm not gonna hold you. One, I think out of just hand holding a bunch of different controllers, I do think of this generation, the PlayStation has the best controller, like how it feels in your hand. And
that's another thing I like how this thing looks. I think I think that's cool.
I think I got good enough internet where I can justify this.
Okay.
I to be able to hack it to use other services.
Yeah.
Like
you want to? Oh, okay. Oh well.
Because most of my games recently, like the only reason I still have PlayStation Plus and I've just been buying month to month is there are games that were in my backlog that I had been wanting to play, and when they hit PlayStation Plus, I gotta kind of keep it until I beat them. And I'm running through those. I'm almost getting towards the end of them. So most of the newer games that I've bought are either ones that are just already on Game Pass, because I have Game Pass until the end of this year. Okay. And or I've bought them through Steam. So as I start going through the end of my PlayStation backlog, I need to be able to just without any type of extra stuff be able to switch over to start utilizing my Steam library and or my Xbox library. So it's like it's very much a first world problem, but I need all three together. Like
I
that
get it.
lady, that Chinese lady who did you see that the Chinese streamer who
Put them all together, put all the three of the systems together.
I need her to do a handheld version. Like
She might. I mean, the closest thing I think you can get to right now is these handhelds because it seems like the Windows ones or the Steam ones. Either one, it seems like people are putting on it what they don't have on it. Like if they have the Windows one, they put Steam on it, or the other way around, they put Bazite on it, which is like a version of Steam OS.
okay.
There's different things that people have been doing to them where they dual boot and stuff like that. So either one, whichever side, which one you get, you could put Steam on it.
This is the one that I thought this was the one that you had.
No, this is the more powerful one.
This is the one that I was looking at, and I was like, oh, it's so close. But I might get the Xbox Ally, which is
$599. Yeah.
Well, on sale this until I don't know when the sale ends, but it's $500 right now.
Oh,
so I might get that. We'll see what happens. But I guess before we get out of here, do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, not really. We do this show, which is fun. I've been enjoying listening to a lot of books lately. Libby is great. If you have a library card, look into it.
Yes.
It's free. It's great.
To read a lot of ebooks.
Read, listen. I think Hoopla even has like comic books on it and stuff too. So and videos too. So it's look into library card, people. That's really all I've been doing. Playing games, working. That's it. Like, yeah. What about you?
Oh, you could find me. I guess this is that portion, right? So tell me first before I get into it. Where can they find you? You said what you got all going, what you've been doing. Where can they find you?
At Nerd with the Tech on all the socials.
Let me take this.
Except for I don't have it up there. I have behind me now.
That is true.
Yeah, Nerd with the Tech. I didn't think it was redundant. But I have, but on TikTok it's underscore the beginning. I think I don't know.
Get rid of your TikTok. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get rid of mine either.
And then look, all this stuff, man. I signed up for that other one, the Upscrolled or whatever it's called.
Did you really?
Yeah. I when I hear about new ones, I sign up for them just so I can keep my name.
Oh, fair.
So just in case, just don't get that underscore shit again.
No, that's fair. That is very fair. I didn't think about that. I should sign up for it so I can get Dig
That's why I always do it. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean it's so many social. It's a few I've seen this week. I was like, oh my god,
I mean it's the same as when I guess it wasn't even right when people first bought.
I never did Red Note. I should have.
I remember that
people talking about that one.
I forgot all about that one. But it's the same as like I said when Elon first got X, or when X full on became like a hellscape, I guess. Everybody was like, oh, we're going to all these new ones. I feel like I signed up for like 15 different ones during that week, and I don't remember the password to any of them. So I'm with you. I had already deleted TikTok off of my phone like a long time ago. I've been slowly deleting most social medias off my phone, just be that way I don't just absentmindedly doom scroll. But I never really posted on TikTok to begin with, so nothing's gonna change there. But you can still find me on TikTok at DigD, just like you can find me on all other social medias, including the ones that are still on my phone. That includes Blue Sky and Instagram. Those are the ones that are still on my phone. So those are the ones I'm on.
No Threads?
Threads is on my phone. It's not in my social media folder, so I keep forgetting. I don't know why it's not in my social media folder, but I keep forgetting it is still on my phone. You could also find me on Twitch with that same name. I will be streaming tomorrow.
I think I have one of those too.
Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. We're either going to be playing, I don't know, something multiplayer. Let's just put it like that. Might be Super Peak. We'll see. Super Peak is it's just Peak with multiple people. I got a mod now where we can get up to 20 people.
Oh, okay.
So I will be hitting you up to play Super Peak as well. And until next time, everybody, because I got nothing else, and this is just gonna keep going off the rails. Peace out.
Bye.